Hidden down some street next to some motorway in England is a place called ProDrive. Further down that random street is a building with a room, but not like any other room. In fact, if I tried to explain it with no visuals, you wouldn't believe me. At one side, you have something called the P2 concept. It's ProDrive's attempt at building a production car. On the other side of the room, you'll find the 550 GTS, a Ferrari built for Le Mans with no support from the boys in Italy. And then there's this, Colin McRae's 1996 Subaru Impreza, the year he missed out on the Drivers' Championship but won it for the brand. Next to what some would consider the most recognizable Subaru of all time is the Aston Martin DBR9 GT1 from a few years back. And then there's this, the most modern thing in the room, the Vantage GTE. That's because ProDrive is home to Aston Martin Racing, and we're here 3 weeks before Le Mans. Probably the best time of the year to film a major race shop. Everyone is doing something. As the factory effort for Aston Martin, cars need to be prepped. Not only GT3, GTE spec Vantages, but also closer to street legal GT4s.
This is a GT4 race car.
Okay.
Based on the Vantage V8. You can see the chassis over there, which is basically where it starts. The chassis are actually made at Gaydon on the same production line as the road cars. So they come down the same production line, have all of the same technicians put them together. We go up there and do some help. We help out with a small bit of lightweighting, wiping some of the glue, making them look nice. But essentially they are exactly the same chassis as used on the road car V8. All the body panels are standard road car, apart from the side sills.
Okay.
So again, you've got the main chassis. Literally the only difference here is the roll cage, which is the FIA roll cage. Every race car needs an FIA approved roll cage. So that's basically all we do here. We put that roll cage in, paint it, and then it's good to go. It's good to start assembly. These are about 400 man-hours, a GT4. Starts off, the GT4 is about 400, the GT3 about 550, and then you go up to the GT, which is 700. But there's all the suspension is essentially standard. The wiring looms are modified standard looms. There's a lot of standard car in the GT4. They're all delivered pretty much ready to race. Yeah. You know, they'll play with the setup, with the dampers, with a bit of the aero, but essentially they're ready to go. Quite a few people actually have their car, they drive it to a track day on the road, bears around for the day on the track, and then they drive it home again. So we've sold, I guess, 10 or so track day cars.
Really?
So you can make them street legal, which is an advantage, and there is a market there for it.
Yeah.
The majority obviously aren't street legal, but this one is an example that is. That's the GT3. That's the Rolex car. If you want to.
Oh yeah, we'd love to talk about that.
So TRG again have ordered the first Rolex.
So this is for Grand Am, not Continental.
Correct.
Okay.
This is Grand Am. Yes, Grand Am. So it's based on the GT3, the V12.
Got it.
It's got quite a few changes for the Grand Am car. So you'll see the roll cage is specific to Grand Am, which is different to the one you'll see in that shell.
Okay.
Things like anti-extrusion bars are bespoke to Grand Am, and the fuel cell installation is different. It's something that Grand Am have stipulated to be changed. We're not massively keen on, but the chassis is exactly the same. It's manufactured at Gaydon, same line.
It's not like a RX-7.
No, none of that. It is the basic standard. There's more modifications to this shell. You'll see there's a few cutouts for restrictors, but a few more modifications, but nothing drastic. Still the same base. All the subframes are the same, standard road car. So the engine based on the V12, so the block and the heads are all the same. Cranks the same. There's a lot of standard car in this again. And it came second at the weekend in British GT, and we're out at Blancpain this weekend with 3 of them, I think.
Are you doing your own, your own CFD work, your own aerodynamic work?
We are. We've actually just started this year, so we've started this year. It should be up and running, hopefully in the next 6 weeks, which is quite a new development for us. and will make things a lot easier, because it's obviously an expensive thing. We've got the expertise here, we're just getting the software up and running.
Got it.
So yeah, that should be going in 6 weeks.
Cool.
That's a brand new chassis, again the same as the GT3 chassis.
Okay.
That's literally straight from the shell shop. So you'll see the roll cage is different to the Grandam one.
Okay.
So basically, yeah, that's a GTE or GT3 chassis. You can use as either. Okay. So they both start the same. Literally bare and ready for prep. This is going to be probably used as a spare, just in case. And start with such a different platform. So the Ferrari, you've got a bespoke sports car, whereas the Vantage is very much a GT car. And they're massively different. So to start with, the Vantage is probably, I'd say, there's more work involved to get it to the pace of the Ferrari, for example. So it has grown hugely, and we've made another good step this year, I think, with the 2013 car. And we're definitely closer to the pace. We're not quite sure where we are still. I think it'll become evident at Le Mans.
Cool.
Yeah, and it'll be interesting to see.
Cool.
So you've got these two that should base 2012 spec, and the other three are all 2013 spec. Okay. So to do the AM series in WEC, you've got to have a car that's 1 year old, basically.
Got it. Okay.
So it has to be older than the Pro car, than a new Pro car.
Got it.
So this is a young driver. This has got a good shout at the championship, I think, this year. Should be quite strong at Le Mans as well.
What series does this car usually
This is
run?
WEC.
This is
WEC. All five are WEC. Yeah,
okay,
they all go
right.
together. So
okay.
There's an army of us that go out, run the 5 cars. The ideal world is you do a shakedown with all your race parts. You make sure they're okay. You take them off, put on your practice parts, do your practice, and then you put back on the parts that you have shaken down with, and you know they're okay. So it's, again, logistically, even just going through that process takes a lot of time. So an engine, for example, will do 5,000 kilometres, so you can't run it past 5,000.
Yeah.
Well, all the components are lifed, so that's controlled by the sub-assembly team. They life all the components, so they know when to change parts. That's linked to the purchasing system, so they're purchased accordingly. Logistics, we've got a team of people working on hotels, flights. You know, you can imagine it's just logistically it's a nightmare. But I'm glad I'm not involved in that side. There are guys that do the job list for each car. You've got a number one for each car. He then gets the job list, allocates all the jobs to his crew.
Got it.
So you have a team, a specific team for each car, and you've got 2 or 3 guys in there that manage those guys and make sure the build is correct, the spec is correct. It's a lot of work. We have cars that are 10 years old, still running DBRS9s. For example, the chassis last year, we had one car did 26,000 kilometres, I think, in that year, and it was tired towards the end. But that goes to show the average person probably does, I don't know, 10,000 max in a year. So that's 3 years old of proper world-class racing. So customer cars, for example, can last a long time, 10 years. These pro cars will do at least 2 or 3 years, and then you'll probably refresh them.
What's been the biggest development in terms of tech over the past
Well, actually,
decade?
I think the regulations have pushed you more to be road-based, use road-based components. So the regulations have changed such that some of the technology you can't use. Okay. They're quite strict now for a weight saving or ride height or
politics versus wood.
There's quite a lot of that at the moment. And the cost saving is a big thing. We wouldn't be able to, if we spent a fortune developing the car, we wouldn't be able to pay to run 5, for example. So there is a compromise there between spending money running the cars as they are and developing the cars. So if you run them as they are and the other guys develop it, then if you can get a break, you can carry on racing, everyone's happy because the championship's full. So it's a lot of politics, and it's a trade-off. So we do spend, probably 25% of my time is working with the FIA, ACO, other manufacturers, regulations and future regulations, current balance issues. Yeah, there's a lot of it.
Do you find that by what you're doing has actually started helping the road cars in terms of what they're being produced for the road? Like, is the knowledge transfer from what you're learning going back to Gaydon in terms of future?
We work quite closely with Gaydon. There's a few, you know, they pay a lot of attention to what we're doing. We feedback on any issues we find, any improvements we find that can be easily incorporated into road cars. We help them out with their other projects, like for example the hydrogen car at Nürburgring. So we support them with that. So it is a two-way. You know, they offer us support with the road car parts, with data for the road car parts, information, and we offer them support the other way around. It is a close relationship now. It's closer probably than it's been for quite some time.
There is information exchange, and we can be certain that the next Vantage, whenever it comes, will have influence from the men and women in this race shop.